Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Edius here, bringing you the next part of my Pokemon Emerald Let's Play. Alright, so just as I said I was going to do, I used Pika Hex in between videos, just to sort of bring everybody up to level. So, a final showcase before I defeat the Elite Four and the Champion. Let's run down the list, shall we? We have Blaziken with a hasty nature, with Flamethrower, Brick Break, Aerial Ace, and Hidden Power Grass. Gardevoir with a modest nature, with Psychic, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Hidden Power Dark, or Ice Punch and Hidden Power Dark. Gyarados with a mild nature, with Surf, Ice Beam, Earthquake, and Hidden Power Flying. Absol with a mild nature, with Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Fighting, and Shadow Ball. Aggron with an adamant nature, I changed it from Brave. With Iron Tail, Rock Slide, Brick Break, and Hidden Power Ghost. And finally, Flygon with a rash nature, with Earthquake, Flamethrower, Fly, and Crunch. Let's begin! First of the Elite Four members we will be challenging is the Dark-type user Sydney, which is exactly why I have Blaziken in front. Sydney wields the use of the Dark-type. He is fairly easy, as long as you have a fighting type, or Pokemon with fighting type moves that resist Dark type moves. So in this case, my Blaziken, Absol, and Aggron will be very useful in this fight. Also, if you have anything with a bug type move, that will also be very effective against this guy. He also possesses a Shift Tree and a Cacturn, so they are both weak to fire types along with that, since they're both half grass. Having Aggron is especially good here. Now, he does obviously now have a Crawdaunt, which is a dark water type. So you're going to be careful with that, especially if you have a fire type you're trying to beat him with. And lastly is his Cacturn, as I said. In this case, I'll give Flygon a little bit of a stretch. I did not mean to use Earthquake, I actually meant to use Flamethrower, but whatever. That'll work. I'm still faster than it even after Cotton Spawn. Alrighty. The second member of the Elite Four is the Ghost-type user by the name of Phoebe. She has two Dusclops, one that is a status-based Dusclops, which is her start Pokemon, the one she uses at the beginning of the battle. She has another Dusclops that is a more offensive attacker. She also has two Bayonets and a Sableye. Definitely needing to be careful with her more defensive Pokemon because of this. Dusclops will also spam Protect because of its pressure ability. Will run through the power points of your moves pretty quickly. So if you're using a move that only has 5 PP, you might want to be careful. Sableye has no natural weaknesses in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. So you're going to want to be careful with that and just hit it with as hard an attack as you can. Preferably from the special side, because Sableye has a slightly lower special defense than normal. All Ghost-type Pokemon that are pure Ghost types are weak to Dark and other Ghost-type moves. You can see this is her more offensive Dusclops, because it knows Ice Beam. It also has Earthquake and I believe Shadow Ball. I don't, of course, know the exact movesets of everybody. Thankfully, this is not going to be any challenge whatsoever. I reckon that level 55 is, like, the level where the Elite Four are their easiest. Alright. The third member of the Elite Four is the Ice-type user Glacia, although all of her Pokemon except for, well, 3 of her 5 Pokemon are also half Water-type. So be careful with any fire or rock type you might use, thinking that you can take it down because they're all ice types. She starts off with a Celio every time. Celio usually sets up Hail. It is an ice type, so it is weak to fighting types. And then whatever she sends out after that will usually be the best thing to take down your current Pokemon, so in this case, her Walrein. But 2 Brick Breaks, and that's all she wrote. She also has 2 Glalie, and she has 1 other Celio as well. But just Blaziken should be more than enough to take down everything she's got. Just spamming Brick Break and Flamethrower. If you have fire and fighting coverage, Glacio will be no problem whatsoever. Now, the actual hard member of the Elite Four is right up next. This member is known by the name of Drake. He is the Dragon-type user of the Elite Four. If you do not possess an Ice-type move of any kind, you will have a problem with this guy. Dragon-type moves will be just as effective, but I prefer to go with Ice because they're more common. But all of his Pokemon, with the exception of his Kingdra, are weak to Ice. He has Shelgon, Salamence, Flygon, Kingdra, and Altaria, I believe? Yes, there we go. His Altaria and Salamence are both Dragon Dance users, and his Flygon abuses, well, his Kingdra has, I believe, Surf, Ice, Surf, Body Slam, and then Dragon Dance and Double Team or something like that. But if you have something that can hit relatively hard with Ice coverage, it's not really going to matter. Even something with as low a special attack as Gyarados can one-hit knock out any of his Ice-type, or his Ice-weak Pokemon. And now, finally, we have the last member of the Elite Four. The champion, Wallace himself. Wallace was the Water-type gym leader in Ruby and Sapphire, the final gym leader. And, as you could tell from that, he specializes in the Water-type. He has Wailord, Ludicolo, Tentacruel, Milotic, which is his ace, Gyarados, and Whiscash. So, Electric-type moves are best, except against his Whiscash, in which case you're going to want to go with Grass-type coverage. If you don't have that, then you're going to want to just hit it as hard as you can. Tentacruel being weak to Psychic types makes it a lot easier because of the tap Poison typing. Ludicolo's primary weakness is Flying and Poison types, so definitely sending out something like Gyarados with Hidden Power Flying is a good idea. It also likes to spam Double Team a lot. So, again, try to just take it out as quickly as possible. In case of Whiscash, it likes to use Amnesia, so if you're going to go with a special attacker, definitely try to knock it out as quickly as you can. There you go. Gyarados is a 4 times weak to Electric-type Pokemon, so 1 Thunderbolt should do the trick. And I believe his last Pokemon will be Milotic, so we can just spam Thunderbolt. Usually he goes with Toxic first. So obviously with Gardevoir synchronized, that is not an issue. And Viola, the last, we have now become the Pokemon League champion. However, of course, our adventure is not yet over. I will be skipping or maybe I'll skip the ending credits, I don't know yet. But, our final team, Gyarados, Gardevoir, Blaziken, Flygon, Absol, and Aggron. So yeah, that is Pokemon Emerald's champion, yada yada yada. I'm actually gonna skip the... There we go. Just go ahead and hit reset. You will spawn whatever back in your house, and as soon as you go downstairs, your dad will finally be home, interrupt you and tell you to give you the SS ticket. This is a ferry that is used to get to the Battle Frontier Island. I'll be doing that as well. I won't really do much on the Battle Frontier, but I will be going there. And then as soon as she hears the TV, we bring you this emergency news flash. In various Hoenn locales, there have been reports of a colored Pokemon in flight. The identity of this Pokemon is currently unknown. We now return you to the regular movie program. Kevin, did you catch that? What color did the announcer say? Now, right here will determine which of the Lottie twins you will end up receiving if you pick whichever color. If you pick blue, you will be able to obtain Latios, and if you pick red, like I will, you will be able to obtain Latias. So, we will also be interrupted immediately as soon as we leave our house, and Professor Birch will give us the National Pokedex. Something I miss, the National Dex. Anyway, so now that we have the National Dex, we can also enter Pokemon from other regions into our Dex, which is neat. But like I said before, we are not done with the game yet. So first, for this video in particular, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and we're going to get to, we're going to go to the Battle Frontier first. Just to have that as a fly location. Go here, flash the ticket. Well, apparently we gotta go to Lily Cove. And in the process here, we have Scott telling us that they're League Champion. There's a place I'd like to invite someone like you to. The Battle Frontier. What's the place like? You'll understand when you see it. I've spoken with the ship's captain about this. Next time you take a ferry, you should be able to sail to the Battle Frontier. Okay, Kevin, I'll be waiting for you at the Battle Frontier. This ferry is built to plow through fast-running currents. We hope you enjoy your voyage with us. Feel free to explore the ship. Okay, so there are a couple of trainers that we can fight in here. I'm not going to fight everybody because I just simply don't want to. But I'll go for a couple of fights here because they do give some decent experience. However, now that we have beaten the champion, there's really very few trainers left. We could always wait for the match calls to kick in and rebattle a bunch of trainers that we have acquired in our match call Pokedex thingy, whatever, and fight them later on. But in all honesty, if you beat the Elite Four once, your best bet is to just use the same team you beat the Elite Four in the first place with, and just keep beating them over and over again with the same team until they level up to 100. That's usually the method that I choose. Don't think there's... Ooh. Sorry, hold on a second. Oh, it's got a weird pain in back behind my rib just now. Alright. I'm always looking at trash cans, but you never know when there's something important. Hope you enjoy... Wait, are we done? Oh, okay. So in room number 2 here, we can go ahead and rest in our bed. Once we rest, say you made it to Lily Cove. We've arrived. Then I'll go back in here, and then now I can go to the Battle Frontier. As we are. Hello! Is it your first time here? Please step this way. The front lines of Pokemon battling. Welcome to the Battle Frontier. For a first-time visitor, we issue the Frontier Pass. It's for use at all the facilities in the Battle Frontier. We hope you will enjoy all the Battle Frontier has to offer. Oh, if it isn't Kevin. Mr. Scott, sir. Good day to you, sir. So yeah, apparently this weird Scott guy who has been following around us the entire adventure is in fact the chairman/owner of the Battle Frontier. I will be doing probably maybe a small bit of stuff in the Battle Frontier. Not by much. I might do like one round of each or something. Maybe enough to take on, I don't know. If I do the Battle Frontier at all, it's not going to be part of the Let's Play. It's going to be a separate thing. Over here we have the ranking hall. This is not really important. This just tells you where you rank overall and yada yada. Up here we have the Battle Pyramid, which in my opinion is the hardest of the facilities. Because you actually have to, like... The rules are really weird. Like, they're just fucking strange. And, I don't really like them very much at all. What's in here? I think it's just a bunch of random people just gathered around a circle or something. Okay, so, yeah. I don't know what that's about. Oh, who are you? Also, right here, this is a Sudowoodo. I believe the way to get it out of the way is to use the Whalmer Pail on it. That'll do. Alright. And we are about to have now a fucking thing. I'm gonna get the Ultra Balls away from the Master Balls. So I can't really hit it with anything because I'm gonna kill it in one shot if I do anything to it. So there we go. That is where you can capture Sudowoodo. That is the only way to get Sudowoodo in the game. Not really a good Pokemon, but there you go. Here is the Battle Palace. I've never challenged it. I don't really know what much about it. I know some of these rooms are like... wait a minute. See your Pokemon? Sure, see Gardevoir. Looks like it looks after itself, worries about itself, whether or not it has a lot of ouchies. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing. I don't really know what that's about. You can tell it's been a long time since I've been in the Battle Frontier, to be honest. Okay, I don't really know what's going on. I'm kind of just exploring at this point. A bunch of twins here, I guess, or quadruplets, I guess? What the fuck? I don't know what's going on. Did I go in here already? Yes. Okay, I do know that there is a move tutor around here somewhere. I believe they're right here. These two ladies will teach your Pokemon moves in exchange for battle points. Soft Boiled, Seismic Toss, Dream Eater, Mega Punch, Mega Kick, Body Slam, Rock Slide, Counter, Thunder Wave, and Swords Dance for the lady on the left here. And the lady on the right will teach your Pokemon Defense Curl, Snore, Mud Slap, Swift, Icy Wind, Endure, Psych Up, Ice, Thunder, and Fire Punch. So in case you want to get new moves, those are where you will get them. Kind of pain in the butt, whatever. There's also this place. This is the Battle Factory. I believe this is the one that has random Pokemon that you can just use. And then this is the Battle Pipe right here. Shaped like a Seviper for whatever reason. But yeah, so this is just kind of the showing off of the Battle Frontier. I'm not really going to do much in the way of anything here. But what I am going to do is, in the next couple of videos, I'm going to be obtaining some of the legendary Pokemon, and the first ones I'm going to go after, if you can't tell by the fact that I flew to Pacific Lockdown, I'm going to start with the Reggie Trio. I will probably be catching all three in one video, so it will be a long one. I will give detailed explanation on how to catch the Reggies in the next video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any ideas for content, please leave your suggestions in the comment section down below, or on my Twitter page, @Zodiris. And until next time, this has been ZDS, making YouTube fun one video at a time, and I will see you guys in the next episode.